What is up, everyone? It is I, Carlton Flowers, your crypto pro.
Yay!
And tonight, we're going to just have a late night hangout and talk about the craziest crap I have ever seen since I have been involved in cryptocurrency, centered around BitBoy Ben Armstrong and the Hit Network. So we're going to start it out by just doing a live reaction of the latest development. The scene with Ben going to, I guess he was going to flex his muscle and his might and try to intimidate Carlos and get his Lamborghini back. I'd been planning on doing a reaction to the 2 phone calls that Ben Armstrong had recorded. I did all this preparation and that all went out the window since this last development dropped. And I tell you what, this is just pure entertainment and it's just great TV. I mean, you can't beat this. This is great TV. I've never seen better drama since being involved in crypto. I mean, nothing else. We've had the serious drama that went on, you know, back in the days when our guy was talking about removing a certain member if Bitcoin did not go to, what was it? Was it supposed to hit 100,000 or 1 million by 2020? And it fell short. And of course, he did not follow through on that promise. That was our man that created the Norton antivirus. Is it Norton's or McAfee? John McAfee. Correct me there. We haven't seen anything this crazy since John McAfee and since all of the drama went down with, what was the gentleman's name that had the exchange that got raided? Arthur, what's his face? I tell you what, the Mt. Gox, that was the last, big deal that we had in crypto as far as drama is concerned. Well, really, that wasn't real drama. That was just thievery right there. But this is real drama. So let's just, first of all, talk about the roller coaster ride that I've just been on, because it started out where I did not have the greatest opinion of Ben from day one, discovering him in 2017 when I jumped back into crypto, because he, of course, was shilling a lot of different projects, getting paid to promote them. And the great majority of those projects went belly up and were gone. Everybody lost their money. He had me convinced on a couple of them. Thank God I didn't buy into them. And back then, I did not know that he was being paid to promote those things on his channel. I watched him grow that whole audience. I mean, man, I watched all of this stuff develop over time. And although I did have a negative opinion of how he was making his money, you got to admit, a lot of his content was really good. It was entertaining and it was good for beginners. I'm more of an advanced trader, but it was good for the crypto community because it exposed a lot of people to crypto. So he's been a part, the good, the bad, and the ugly, of the adoption curve going up. We're nowhere near adoption, but he has helped to get crypto to penetrate the general population where people understand a little bit about the basics of what's going on and what a Bitcoin is, what a blockchain is. So that's kind of good. I continued on watching his videos, and by the time he started splintering into all these other channels, I started to lose my interest. I sort of liked Around the Blockchain, but a lot of the different people that he was bringing on were not really doing it for me. And I was watching the BitBoy channel for BitBoy himself. So now that all of this has gone down, I've unsubscribed to all of the channels. As of tonight, I've dropped the last 2 that I was sub to. And I'm just going to watch from behind the scenes. But anyhow, as this developed, I thought that Ben Armstrong had the smoking gun and had the momentum in his favor after he leaked the 2 phone calls with TJ and the Christian moderator and Carlos, the thugster, streetified gangster the strong arm, the hit man for the hit channel. That's kind of funny. Hit Network had an actual hitman. I don't know where, or I guess they said that he was originally part of the Bit Squad. He was a fan, and they all got to know this guy, and things went south from there. But I think like attracts like, and none of these people are probably too far beneath Hitman Carlos, if you know what I mean. We all know that Ben has a pepper past, and sadly, he was involved in drug addiction. He made a great comeback and did great things with his YouTube channel. And sadly, he got out of control with the steroid abuse. Sadly, he lost his mind several times. I was watching live the time where he had that complete rage where he was going off about the suits making all the decisions, and I'm the one that's blankety blankety saving crypto and looking out for the little guy, and not you dirty people in the suits that want to make all the decisions for us. I was watching that live, and I was like, oh dear God, this dude has lost it. He's not going to make it. Something's wrong. He's on drugs. Now, fast forward, and after all of the mess went down, at first I thought, yeah, TJ and that crew probably were in their right mind in removing him, even though it was kind of janky because they don't own the company. They're minority stakeholders. He does own 67% or whatever it was of his own company. So I thought that was a little janky, but I couldn't blame them for what they did because it sounded like he was having meltdowns, as he does on his videos, and could have been causing all those problems within the company. But then after the 2 phone calls, the tide kind of turned and the roller coaster swung, took a curve, and now I'm thinking, you know, even considering all the stupid things that Ben Armstrong has done, I'm kind of siding with him on this issue. Even though it's pretty disgusting that he chased down Sam Bankman fraud, scum bankman, bank run fraud, all the way down in the Bahamas, and was the one first on the scene to break the story and chase him down and save the day and save crypto. But I'm like, isn't this the same guy who promoted a couple hundred projects that went to complete crap? Yeah, same guy. And now he's saving the world from scum bank run fraud. That was a little sketchy right there. But considering all of that, I thought, all right, this man seems to be telling mostly the truth, even though I thought the death threat was a little bit exaggerated. Maybe he was scared, and now I don't really believe he honestly thought that he was going to get murdered. I think that he was embellishing. And as we can see by what he did tonight, he's taken things to the extreme. Let's just watch the video. We just got to watch this real quick. And again, I wanted to do a live reaction video of the phone calls, but all that's water under the bridge now. Now we just got to roll with this right here. So let's just watch this again. I'm going to turn it up as high as I can so we can hear it. Here we go. So first of all, the version I saw was longer than this, where he was saying, hey, I'm out here and I'm going to go confront Carlos, and I'm at the house where the Lamborghini is, or whatever he was saying. And then this picks up after his intro, because he said the police have been called. They're on their way. Oh boy, this is going to get interesting. And now we pick up where the police come on the scene. So let's just watch this. Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, do me a favor.
Yep.
Hey, stop.
Hey, how's it going?
Stop.
Oh, him?
Stop.
Oh, stop. I couldn't
You
hear.
have a weapon on you.
No, I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
So.
I have one in my vehicle, but I do not have a weapon on me.
Okay.
Okay.
Do me a favor. Take out your whatever. Thing.
Now, sorry, I reached too fast. I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay.
Put your phone down.
Okay.
Put your phone down.
Okay. I'll put the phone down. Okay.
Put the phone
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Put the phone down.
Now, all the chattering back and forth, why would you think, if you've got the momentum going your way and you've exposed your dirty partners at your company, why would you take a gun to the scene? You've already painted this picture that they extorted you for that Lamborghini. Even though the death threat thing was a little bit of an embellishment, he already had the momentum. He had the momentum. If this would have gone to court, it would not have looked really good for TJ and hitman Carlos, okay? It really would not have looked good. So why couldn't he have just stopped right there and let this play out in court? Why is he going vigilante mode and doing this? Okay, so let's continue because this just gets more absurd.
Back down, okay?
What's going on?
What's going on? This man inside of this house.
Actually, he's gonna check you real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a weapon.
I'm sorry. I have a. Okay. Okay. Yep. No weapons. No
Where
weapons.
on the car is the gun?
It's in the back seat.
Back seat?
Yep.
Is anybody else in the car?
So the police officer asks, is there anybody else in the car? And this is the best part of the whole video. Pay special attention to just his reaction. Like, first he glosses over it, then he's dumbfounded, then he looks down at his phone that he threw onto the ground that he left recording live, but he didn't have the wherewithal to the foresight to think maybe this is not a good idea. Okay, let's just play it and then I'll continue reacting. Here we go.
Yeah.
Who's in the car? Who?
What's that?
Who's in your car?
Who's in my car?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the way he looks down. He repeats it. Who's in the car? Oh gosh. Now I'm going to look down at the camera like, oh crap. I think I just set myself up. Let's back it up just a little bit. So there he looks at his camera like, oh my God, I cannot believe I did this to myself. What was I thinking?
Let's
Who's in your car? Who's in your truck, sir?
Cassie is in my car. Cassie's in my car.
All right, Cassie.
My wife knows that we're here, by the way. She knows we came to do this.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. So his girlfriend that he had the affair with, who I've been wondering all this time, why are you still in communication with this girl and fighting for her commission from that steak deal? And why is his wife allowing him to continue to work with her and fighting for her to get this money? Like, it seems that the best path forward would have been for him to ditch Cassie, to cut her out of his life, to block her number, and tell his wife, I will never, ever, ever speak to or even look at this woman again. I love you. I want to save our marriage, and I'm so glad that you've decided to keep me. No, he just continues on his professional relationship. She's the CEO of the scam Be Everywhere Now meme coin, which is totally stupid, and continues in business with her. So, and then to take this just to the level of infinite stupidity, he's got a gun in the back of the truck. He knows the police are coming, and the girlfriend's in the back of the car. Okay, it was bad enough you got the gun in the truck, but you have a person in that truck with the gun, which is a threat to the police, and it's your girlfriend, the woman that you were cheating with, is now rolling dirty with you with a gun, rolling up on the house of this thug who you were just telling us about how scared you were that this man is gonna murder me. Oh, come get me, Carlos. You do what you gotta do. Come and get me, Carlos. Oh man, crying crocodile tears. So scared, yet he's going to roll up on this man's house in a truck with a gun. So that's why I say that even though this Carlos character, he kind of sounds like an OG to me, he's from the streets. Believe me, I know, okay? I got a family. I was born in Chicago, South Side. I got family in Detroit, a family in St. Louis, and I come from a very educated family, but we also have people who are educated in the streets in the family too. And I could recognize people who are authentically from the streets and do street justice. And this guy Carlos sounds like, pretty serious OG type, pretty serious, okay? So Ben, the fact that they were friends, that I found out just today, that it wasn't TJ that brought him, he was a fan of Ben's. But see, birds of a feather flock together. And if Ben was previously involved in drugs, then the whole guns and carjacking and robbing and bats and beating and fighting, that's no big deal. If you listen to his testimony about the day that he got taken down when he was in his meth rage and he was like fighting the police, you get a kind of idea of how tough Ben Armstrong is. He's a tough guy. I wouldn't want to be in a boxing ring with this man, okay? People who have been on drugs and definitely who are on drugs, they got some superpowers. But when you hear Ben Armstrong's testimony of when he was in his meth rage and was fighting the police, and then you listen to that crocodile tear-laced crybaby video that he did where he's talking about he was fearing for his life, it doesn't add up. Because that's not the same man who took on a pack of police when he was in a meth rage when he was younger. Okay, let's back up a little bit and just finish the video.
Sir?
Cassie is in my car. Cassie's in my
All
truck.
right, Kathy.
Cassie's in my truck. My wife knows that we're here, by the way. She knows we came to do this. But my wife is aware. So we're live on YouTube right now.
Okay.
We got about 20
My wife is aware.
So Cassie's a girl I had an affair with. She's involved in this. My wife knows. We were just at my daughter's tennis.
Oh, man. What do you make of that? So he's sitting here talking about his wife knows. Your wife knows. You know what? I kind of am feeling sorry for his wife. And it is pretty disgusting that he's putting her through this. It makes it look like she's so desperate and not able to be independent and hold her own that she's got to put up with all this nonsense. That he would be live streaming to God knows how many thousands of people with his girlfriend and a gun rolling up on somebody. The girlfriend that you just admitted to an affair with, that you said that you were going to leave and salvage your marriage, but y'all are rolling dirty in the truck with a gun, going to jack people. Oh my goodness. I think Ben is out of control, and it could be mental illness. I mean, I feel sorry for him, and the roller coaster has gone up, down, around. It's corkscrewed. This thing has just been whipping back and forth, and I've kind of lost respect for everybody that is involved. I've lost respect for Ben Armstrong a long time ago, but TJ, you know what? Even if he was not doing some dirty things on his side, which some of the things that he's done, it doesn't add up either. None of the people that are involved that are on the other side of Ben, none of them are clean, okay? But even if they were, you're in business with this man, okay? You are basically telling us that you lacked the foresight and judgment, no judgment whatsoever, that you couldn't see ahead down into the future. What this person who you had to know what his track record was because you were watching his channel all along. You knew what he was doing still on those projects. You knew how he was making his money. You knew how all of this was working out. And then we won't talk about the Carlos guy. That's just sad and embarrassing. You know, as a black man in America, you know, I'm an American. I don't call myself an African American. I'm just an American. You know, black people built America, so I am an American, okay? But being black and then hearing this man on these videos is just that's slightly embarrassing. I'm like, wow, do you really have to? They're putting all their dirty laundry out in the street and listening to the audios where you can barely, you know, pick up 50% of what this Carlos guy, who sounds strikingly similar to Charlie Murphy. Like if you took Charlie Murphy and then maybe take him down a few notches on his verbal ability and his intelligence, the way he comes across, he might be intelligent, but he doesn't sound very intelligent. You kind of get this Carlos guy. He does just remind me of Charlie Murphy. And when I saw the picture, it didn't match the picture I had in my mind. Because all this time, like when I heard the audio that he had leaked at first when he was busting on Ben for cheating on his wife, I was like, man, the picture that popped in my mind was Charlie Murphy's face. made me think of Charlie Murphy. But all of it stinks. But there's one thing that you cannot deny. All of this is really good TV. It is really good TV. I have been thoroughly entertained by all of it. And, you know, it's kind of interesting because, in my opinion, and I'll probably start talking about this more and more, there is so much cringe in the crypto space on YouTube that I can hardly stand it. I can hardly take it anymore. There's so much cringe videos, shilling, so much nonsense. We are so far away from real adoption, and all of these narratives, which the worst one is that this is going to be the biggest transfer of wealth in the history of mankind. That is the biggest lie in history. It's not going to be the biggest transfer of wealth in history. That's going to be the biggest lie in history. We'll talk about that later. That's another topic for another video. But with all of the cringe, all of the hype, all of the clickbaiting and the nonsense that goes on in crypto, it makes me want to do this more so I can speak sense into this and teach people the basics so you can avoid losing your money, making bad decisions, going down a road you don't want to go down. I think we need to bring some integrity into the space. There are some great content providers that are out there. Some are my friends, but there's a whole lot more cringe and dubious things. Too many people shilling Bybit, which is another topic of disgusting behavior that needs to stop in this space. A whole nother topic. I won't get into how much I despise people pushing Bybit links and even the so-called credible people that are pushing these Bybit links. We'll talk about that later on too. But all in all, this has just been, wow, just mind-boggling, shocking. I mean, I could even play my... You know, that's been my reaction every time a new video comes out about Ben. You know, it's like every single day, it's a shocker. It's a complete shock. Like when we thought this couldn't get any more ridiculous, it does. So we'll just keep watching and enjoying. And I want you to post in the comments, post your thoughts. Where are you? Are you leaning on one side or the other? Are you a fan of Ben? Are you a fan of TJ? Big fan of Hit Network? Share your thoughts. I mean, I'm, again, not going to take sides. I'm neutral. I'm actually not neutral because I have a negative opinion of all of them. And I guess, you know, I'm older. I'm 56 years old, and I kind of view a lot of this drama. This is kid stuff. Young people drama is the way that I see this, because in my generation, you don't air all your dirty laundry like this. You will never, ever, ever see me telling all of my business about my family, my friends, and nonsense and arguments and infighting. You're not going to see that here because that's not how I was raised. I was raised with old school values. My mother taught me, and my father, really my mother, that you don't put your business out in the streets. You don't cast your pearls to the swine. That was a big one with the way I was raised. Well, that's about all that I have for now, but I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Pro channel. And if you would like to help to support me, you may do so with the giving of a super thanks. And I thank you in advance for supporting this great cause with the Crypto Pro channel. And I look forward to chopping it up with you in the future, right here, looking at the charts as we go to the moon on this trip to the peak of the bull market. I guess that's about all I have. Can I think of, did I get everything? I think I got it all. So that's all. We'll see y'all next time. This is Carlton. I am out.